Hare Krishna. Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you all for joining. Okay. Just going to start in a minute. Hare Krishna, thank you for joining.
I loved your review on Narasimha.
Oh yeah, that was a fun movie.
Yeah, and I like the follow-up post also on it, how you were recognized for it.
Yeah, the person who financed it, he's a billionaire from
Sri Ketan Desai or no?
Kushal Desai.
Kushal Desai.
Yes. And and he was moved by the review somehow. So
yeah, no, very. First, I read your written review,
right.
But then when I saw your video, that was even more like
Yeah, I felt I should do the video because not everybody likes to read, and plus, spoken one you can express more with your voice.
Yes.
And then I spoke in Hindi also. I don't know if you saw my Hindi one.
No, that one I'm still getting to it. I guess I'm getting it in piecemeal.
Hindi is not my first language, or my second language, or even my third language. So
yeah,
it's tough. But no, thank you for that. It's quite a moving experience. I hope that everybody can get to see it.
And as Ashok, being a movie buff, I don't want to take a lot of your time. He was all through this weekend. He's saying, "Oh, there's a movie called Narasimha. It's making, he's a movie buff."
Yes.
So I did not pay attention. So I said to him, right, like how he's saying of the week. I said, yeah. I said, there's a movie Narasimha. So he's like, I was telling you all through this weekend. I was like, it had no impact on me, but now it does.
Yes. Sometimes it just goes, over until you actually start thinking about it.
I cannot believe that. Yeah, it's made whopping. You're right.
Yeah, it's a phenomenon. It's a phenomenon.
Yeah.
So everybody's really happy. The devotees are very happy about it. So
yes.
So everyone should see it. Okay, looks like many of our devotees are already here. So thank you, dear devotees, for joining. This is our last session of this series. Session number 10, and let's see, going to get started right away. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschyata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we're concluding today the 10-part series of the Nectar of Instruction, balancing work, family, and bhakti. It's been a nice journey so far. And we'll attempt to do a quick recap of different points that we covered and see it from a slightly different angle. So the Nectar of Instruction by Srila Rupa Goswami and presented to us by Srila Prabhupada is a portal through which, if traversed with diligence and care, we can experience a quantum leap in our bhakti practice. What is a quantum leap? In science, a quantum leap is when an electron doesn't slowly drift from one orbit to another. It jumps instantly to a higher energy level. No in between. So in the same way, in Bhakti, okay, hold on, let me just. Yes. In the same way, in Bhakti, a quantum leap is when you make a decisive shift in your devotional life that instantly lifts you to a higher level of commitment, a higher level of focus, and connection with Krishna. It's not about a slow maintenance mode improvement. It's that moment when you decide to break through a plateau. Maybe you've been chanting inattentively for years, and from today, you resolve to chant every syllable with focus. Maybe you've been avoiding a certain service, and now you take it up wholeheartedly. The leap is the inner choice that redefines your trajectory. In other words, it's not just about doing more of the same. It's about being different. It's not small tweaks. It's a big inner shift. It's the moment you step from comfortable climber to summit seeker. So this little book is a treasure map, not to gold, not to diamonds, but to something infinitely more valuable. The innermost heart of Krishna himself. This book is a roadmap to Radha Kund, as we've learned. Radha Kund, the deepest, most intimate spiritual place in all of existence. Now here's the paradox. It's an open secret. We print mass quantities of this book. We hand it out freely to total strangers on the street. It fits in your pocket. You can read it all in one sitting. And yet, most of us don't fully realize the tremendous treasure we hold in this book. If followed step by step, very diligently, these 11 verses will take you from where you are right now, whatever your struggles, whatever your stage, straight to the highest point of spiritual love, the place where Krishna's heart beats the strongest. So imagine this journey like standing at the base of a majestic mountain. The air is fresh, the view is breathtaking, and at the very top lies that treasure, Radha Kund, the epicenter of divine love. And here in your hand is the map, the nectar of instruction, showing you each step, each trail, each turn along the way. Srila Prabhupada called it the guidebook for spiritual life. But today, we're seeing it as, yes, of course, a guidebook, but a living map. And when we follow it, we don't just reach a holy place. We become the kind of people who can live there in the mood of Vrindavan, in service to Radha and Krishna. So these are the different waypoints in our journey. Step 1 was self-mastery. Step 2 was avoiding the thieves that steal our time and energy. And then point 3 was building the pillars, the positive things to adopt. Point 4 was the art of loving exchanges. Point 5 was how to offer appropriate respect and have the right vision in recognizing devotees. Step 6 is seeing beyond the externals when we're interacting with devotees. Step 7 is turning inward, sweetening our japa. And then 8, living in Vrindavan. And of course, 9, 10, 11, we arrive at Radha Kund. This is the map, the treasure map. It's very simple. So we've already gone through each of these steps, but we'll do a quick recap just to refresh our memory to see how they're all connected. and what we can do, reminding ourselves what we can do to get to this lofty goal. So, verse 1, Vacho Vegam, these are the 6 urges that we have to learn to tolerate. The urge to speak, Vacho Vegam. Then the Manasa Krodha Vegam, the mind, the pushing of the mind, the pushing of anger. Jivha, the tongue, something you want to taste, nice things. Udara, overfilling the belly. And Upasta, the genitals. So this is the urges that we have to tolerate. So just like a mountaineer packing wisely for the climb, we lighten the load in our backpacks by keeping these urges in check. Otherwise, they drag us down the slope. How do we do that? Understand where they're coming from. We have strong desires and we seek pleasure all of the time. That's our eternal spiritual nature. It's natural. So understand that, get an understanding. It's not unnatural to have urges. We don't repress them. We redirect that energy. Because that energy is telling us something. We are meant to be happy and we are meant to be joyful and we are meant to be full of pleasure. We're just seeking it in the wrong place. So if we repress it, it leads to a backlash. But when we redirect the energy of that desire to spiritual channels, that leads to dignity and growth. And there are ways to do it, and even very practical ways to do it today, even given our modern busy lives. Then don't be impatient. We build a resistance over time. Right? We become stronger by resisting urges. And even if we lose control sometimes, it's okay. Success is getting up one more time, then we're knocked down. Next, take a pause and offer a moment of restraint to Krishna. Control doesn't mean eliminating desires. It means harmonizing them with our service. And every time we have a success, we can offer it to Krishna. Today, I resisted that urge. Next point, you should have a spiritual breakfast. Spiritual breakfast meaning the spiritually nourishing program in the morning every day. This helps us resist the vending machines of the world, which offer us junk. Start your day with spiritual routines, deity worship, japa, reading, listening to a lecture. So you're full, then you're not tempted by the wrong things. Then you want to get strategic. You want to incorporate a structured routine to build your inner strength and to build your spiritual depth. And the more we structure it, the more we'll stick to it. And then we have to have some tactical gear too. Tactical gear meaning we get prepared for things that may typically trigger us. Either at home, at work. Watch out for the warning signs. Don't happen again. Learn to identify and let go. That's called being tactical. The key word here is tolerate. Vishaheta. Just restraint. Tolerance is a muscle. And just as the body becomes stronger by lifting weights, the mind becomes stronger by resisting urges. Not once, but again and again. See? So a moment of restraint becomes an offering to the Lord. And you'll feel amazed how satisfying that is. And the Lord rewards us with the higher taste. Param drishtva nivartate. The next waypoint after the self-mastery one is to avoid the thieves. Keep our supplies safe from thieves. Right? What are the thieves? Over-collecting, over-endeavoring, idle talk, ritual without heart, wrong association, and greed for selfish novelties. These thieves steal the very things we need for the climb. It's a long climb, okay? We're still here, the base camp. And we need time, we need energy, and we need focus. And these thieves steal all these three things, time, energy, and focus. What are the thieves? Let's go over them real quick. Atyahar, overeating, over-collecting. You're not what you have. Use everything you need to be content. Laptop, phone, car, home, degree. To be more Krishna conscious and encourage others to take it up. Create a personal consumption practice. You do a monthly check where you are in spending money, spending your time, your bandwidth. And then you gradually eliminate those things that don't nourish your bhakti, that don't spark joy in your bhakti. The next one is prayas, over endeavoring. You are not what you achieve. You don't want to get into this burnout workaholism, making us think that our so-called value is our success. Develop a sense of introspective realism. Does this activity help me remember who I am eternally? Or does it reinforce the opposite idea of who I'm not? This many years old, this kind of professional, American, Asian, African, no. Constantly calibrate on this to ensure that your lifestyle choices are preserving your time and energy. This is a big thief of time and energy. Then prajalpa, idle talk, toxic talk. It inflates a false ego. You are not how others see you. You don't need to worry about that. Think twice before you speak, and especially when you speak about somebody else. Ask whether this conversation will nourish your soul or feed your ego. Speak, but always speak something that's uplifting or something that's very important and practical. Use speech to express gratitude, encouragement. Use your speech to express appreciation. Then niyamagraha, rule obsession or apathy. This keeps us on the surface behavior. Don't treat bhakti like a to-do list. You are not the ritual you perform or the ritual you neglect. The purpose is to connect the heart with Krishna, with feelings. So even when we're doing any kind of worship, renew your intention before any such ritual. Saying, for example, even before you bow down, I'm doing this for you, Krishna. I hope it pleases you that I'm bowing down in front of you. And I'm bowing down by the mercy of my spiritual master. So that's how we do it. Understand the why behind the rules and rituals. Don't do them blindly. And teach your children also. They'll appreciate it like anything. Then next one is Janasanga, which is disempowering association. You are defined by the company you keep. So be careful. Don't open your heart or waste time with social media influencers or binge watchers or gossips or skeptics or others who are obsessed with selfish enjoyment. No. Spend time with people who turn us toward Krishna more. Taking part in kirtan, home programs, progressive devotional classes, online also, as much as possible. And when you have to be with worldly-minded people, like at work, don't let them dim your light. Be the light. Be the association. Share prasadam. Share something uplifting. Be strong. Be the strength that they look to see. And then lolyam. Lolya is this greed or your fickleness in spirituality. You don't need more things to be whole. Don't waste time and energy and mental focus on new products, new projects, new practices that are not spiritual. It costs us the peace of mind needed for spiritual growth. Meditate on contentment. I have Krishna, what more do I need? That kind of thing. Stick to the main program. And teach children contentment. Let them see it in your life as well. Teach them gratitude. Thank children. Thank Krishna in front of them. Thank each other in front of the children. It's very important. Right, then we go into the pillars. 6 pillars that are favorable to bhakti. Utsaha. Utsaha means enthusiasm. It's like you're climbing on the mountain. It's like oxygen at a high altitude. Without utsaha, you collapse. Without oxygen, you can't go on. It's not just a feeling, it's a decision to keep moving. And remember, Prabhupada defined utsaha as intelligent application of your energy. Be strategic, be intelligent, be mindful and mission-driven in your endeavors for Krishna. Don't put aside your intelligence. Intelligence has to be front and center. Don't wait to feel inspired. Act with purpose and perform devotional service regularly. Inspiration will come as a result of it. Don't wait for inspiration to come from somewhere. Start small. Do one area of improvement and really focus on it, whether it's developing a quality japa, reading a set number of pages of Prabhupada's books, just offering your food nicely. Focus on one thing and make it better. And then surround yourself with enthusiastic devotees who inspire you. Plug into the Sangha that recharges your spiritual life, Utsaha. Then Nishchaya is this determination. It's trusting the map that you have up the mountain. Even when the trails, they feel a little hidden, I'm not seeing it. Trust and be confident that if you're sincere, Krishna will protect. That's one of the aspects of surrender, that Krishna will protect me. Don't worry if you don't feel transformed. Keep watering the seed. See? And dhairya, being patient. Being patient means when you're climbing up the mountain, patience means knowing that some parts of the trail are slow going. They do take long. And that is normal. If we are not patient at that time, we may give up the journey too early. Don't do it. Be patient. Work on developing a long-term commitment to Krishna, to the Krishna conscious process. And don't get shaken by delays or doubts or challenges. Play the long game. See? Play the long game by setting short-term goals. 1 year goal, 1 week goal, half-hour goal. Next half hour, I'm going to do this. And a longer-term goal, a 10-year goal for your vision of bhakti. Be gentle with yourself. Stay in the growth zone. This is called gentle power. You don't want to stay in too much comfort zone. Venture out of the comfort zone. And if there's a dry spell, it's okay. Normalize dry spells. You keep going. That's called dhairya. Then tattat karma pravartanat, acting according to regular principles. It's like time-tested devotional practices, hearing, chanting, worshiping regularly. It's all the same stuff, but in a sincere way. Sangha tyagat, again, we want to avoid opening your heart, being influenced by people or media that pulls us away from Krishna. Don't get pulled into arguments that have nothing to do with Krishna consciousness. You don't need to debate everyone on everything. We don't need to win. Audit your inputs. This is also Sangha tyaga. What's going in my consciousness? Social media, TV, cynical co-workers, cynical friends. Continuously check. It affects us. This is called Sangha tyaga. And last one, satovritti, following the footsteps of the acharyas. Learn about them. Embrace the mood and lifestyle of the previous great teachers. Honesty, simplicity, fidelity to the parampara. Read Prabhupada's biography. So many biographies are there. Read the letters that he wrote. Understand the context. Understand his mood. We don't need to reinvent anything. We stick to the given principles. See? Study the great acharyas, great teachers, what they taught, how they lived. It's quite amazing. That's how you do it. You'll be inspired. Then we go to the next one. So we built the pillars, the positive things, 6 positive things. But remember, climbing is not a solo sport. It's a rope team. So the 6 loving exchanges in verse 4, they're the knots that hold us together, the ropes. And if our relationships are cold or mistrustful, the climb becomes miserable. But if there's warmth and love, even the hardest stretches of the trek, they feel light because you have each other. And how do you express those loving feelings and build the relationships? These are very sweet things. Dadati pratigranati, giving and receiving physical gifts. Gifts represent thoughtfulness. It's not about the value, it's about the intention. You can use birthdays, festivals, farewells, welcomes. Just when you visit someone, something small, some incense, little bead bag, with some prayer of intention that let us deepen our connection, make it more meaningful. And of course, to receive the gifts of gratitude without any guilt or pride. Honor the intention, not just the object or seva, while also cultivating humility and a connection. Then guhyamakyati, revealing your mind in confidence. We become vulnerable. Vulnerability builds trust and love. Let us see if we can create safe spaces where devotees can feel that they can talk openly without being judged. And where they'll have someone who will follow up afterward. Consistency builds trust. Open up to mature devotees who you can trust. Guard against spiritual gossip disguised as sharing concerns. Be careful, it's a thin line there. And know when to say things that are too personal for now. Set boundaries, nothing wrong with that. That actually builds trust. And pritchati, inquiring confidentially, of course we had that, shows that you care for someone. How's your chanting? What inspired you this week? How's it going in your spiritual life? And bhunkte bhojayate, of course, giving and receiving prasadam. We are receiving literally Krishna's mercy through another's hand. This is a form of spiritual intimacy. Right now we are going through the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and it is full of detailed description of this bhunkte bhojayate, all the way down to how things were cooked and elaborate menus and who offered what. Amazing. It's a spiritual intimacy. So we don't reject prasadam offered by a devotee, unless, of course, you're allergic or something. But if you're full, it'll say accept a little bit, Add affection to the prasad that you offer to the Lord and the devotees. Feed devotees with joy and open-heartedness, rather than just some kind of formality. Make it beautiful, make it personal. This brings so much richness, not just in their lives, but in your life too. This is bhunkte bhojayate. And these things, they increase our love for each other. Priti lakshanam. These are the symptoms of priti, affection for each other. Prabhupada says a society is like one big family, and our relationships should be based on love and trust. And that's how we build it. We went over this Brene Brown's braving model. And B is the boundaries. You respect what's appropriate to share. Don't push others to open, respect boundaries. R is reliability. Be reliable. Be someone who follows up, someone that people can trust. Be consistent. If someone opens up to you, check in on them. Don't forget about them after the phone call is over. Accountability. Own your mistakes. If you make mistakes, own it. Don't try to offload it. Apologize if you make a mistake. Repair. Vault is very important. When someone opens up to you with something confidential, keep it in the vault, bulletproof vault. What's shared with you stays with you. No need to gossip in the form of so-called sharing concerns. Confidentiality is sacred. Have a strong sense of integrity. Choose courage or comfort. In other words, speak truthfully, but kindly. Don't sugarcoat, but don't shame. Give the truth with all the compassion that you have. Then non-judgment. When someone is sharing their struggles, don't be judgmental. Don't preach. Just be present. Let people be imperfect without commentary. And generosity. Generosity means be generous in your assumptions. Assume the best possible intentions when someone says something that you might find odd or uncomfortable. And if someone seems distant, don't conclude that they're hating you or they're envious of you all of a sudden or disloyal. Give them the benefit of doubt. Be generous in giving benefit of doubt. This generosity yields a lot of trust. Now, midway up the mountain, we start meeting climbers of all different skill levels. So verse number 5 teaches us how to respect all the climbers who are there on the path. Respect them according to their levels, without condescending or without imitating. So we learned about the 3 levels, Kanishta. Kanishta is the beginning stage of practice. We offer them mental honor from a distance, greet them warmly, sincerely, briefly, and so on. We avoid getting too close. At the same time, we don't judge or criticize them, thinking ourselves to be superior. And Madhyama, they're the progressive ones. They're very responsible and they know how to treat devotees very nicely. So we offer them visible obeisances. We want to become friends with them. We inquire from them, observe and learn from them, seek their association in service, do service together, give them encouragement as well, and avoid treating them casually or disrespectfully, and certainly don't envy them. And of course, the highest is Uttama, the Uttama Adhikaris. They are inspirationally absorbed in Krishna. Top class devotees, very rare. Inquire from them, serve them, associate as much as possible. Let their good qualities rub off on you. Meditate on their instructions as they bring us closer to Krishna. And avoid critiquing them using mundane logic. Now, of course, we remember that all these 3 are Vaishnavas. All these 3 are to be respected. It's part of our culture. There's nobody here who is to be disrespected. It's just how do we offer respect varies, and nothing wrong with that. Okay, it's discernment. But the discernment also you have to do carefully. So we go to now number 6, where we don't judge by the external gear. Some of our mountaineers may look unprepared, but they could be deeply connected to the summit. Others may look very pakka and very impressive, but they lack the inner footing. So don't be swayed by the externals. Understand what criteria to use when you're selecting your level of respect. Guard both your bhakti and your humility. That's important in this regard. So in verse number 6, the analogy was given of the purity of the Ganga. This is an analogy in the verse directly. A devotee may be born in a low caste or have a disease or deformity, have past karma and so on, manifest in body or mind, but their heart is pure and they're fully surrendered to Krishna. It's like foam and bubbles and mud may appear during the rainy season in the Ganga, but nobody doubts the sacredness of the Ganga. So tips for us: don't overvalue external images and titles. Learn to be smart and discerning. Focus on cultivating your own humility and your own bhakti. Never allow jealousy of another devotee's service or recognition to grow in the heart. Don't criticize devotees for their past. Before they were devotees, they were a certain thing. Don't ever do that. Don't bring that up. Don't bring up their nationality, their race, their appearance, the other aspects of their background. Don't. If devotees are sincere, honor them. And of course, avoid fault finding in the guise of discernment. At the same time, avoid blind sentiment or sentimentalism that overlooks someone's misbehaviors and real red flags. Use your intelligence. And of course, when you have to correct them, you correct with love. And you praise them, you praise with sincerity. Remind yourself always, let me protect my bhakti by associating wisely. But let me also protect my humility by honoring those whom Krishna has empowered, regardless of how they look. That's important. Then step number 7, this is where you can see how it's now going to the really higher parts of the mountain. This is where the climb turns inward. The path narrows. A few people have dropped off at this point. Not everybody makes it to this point. The air gets thin. The japa becomes our lifeline, the rope between us and Krishna. This is where we talked about the 4 gates for more successful japa. The discipline, which is the body language, the sound. Clarity, which is a full mental understanding, intellectual understanding. Feelings of the heart, where we pray, we don't just recite. And then surrender. We let the name lead us. This is where climbers often plateau, but we want to push past these plateaus, and then we will see the peak ahead. This is an important verse. I'm going to spend a little time recapping it. The analogy of the sweet cure for jaundice is given. We learned that the key process of chanting the holy names is not a race. It's a pilgrimage inward through the sacred gates that open not with keys, but with sincerity. So how can we set ourselves up for success in this process? Begin with honesty and humility. I don't feel taste. That's not a failure. It's a diagnosis. Keep chanting sincerely. Follow the 4 gates model. Cultivate reverence. Lower your tolerance for mediocre, mechanical, emotionless chanting. I'm not going to do that anymore. I had enough of that. Years, decades of it. Done with it. Develop prayerful, connected, attentive chanting. Even if the taste isn't there, it's okay. Our respect for the name will lead to the taste. Mindless chanting is a form of disrespect, actually. That's why it's called offensive chanting. Now aparad. Aparad is disrespect. Create a supportive environment. Hear about Krishna. Sing his pastime with love. Associate with those who relish chanting. These all feed the taste. Read Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antilila 199, where Lord Chaitanya sings how the sound is completely overwhelmed him. Reflect on the progress you've made. Look back and celebrate the little victories. Even a little bit of sweetness or joy is a sign of big progress. Then we make a sankalpa, a promise to Krishna. Today I commit to take a bold step in resolving to make a quantum leap, right? We talked about the quantum leap. So these things really set us up for success. And then ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Why am I hesitating? What's stopping me from being a better chanter than I was before, than I was yesterday? So the 4 gates, let's go over them, okay? These gates are not of stone. The gates of discipline, clarity, feeling, and surrender. Gate number 1, the outermost gate, fundamentals. Prabhupada emphasized posture, sit properly, back straight, neck aligned. Not to look austere, but because our mood affects our body. And our body affects our mood. We can control our mood with our body, yes. Add to that waking up early, chanting a clean place, sacred place, pronouncing each syllable clearly. Then we've stepped in the first gate. Helps us show up physically and consciously before Krishna. The second one is a mind and intellect. Develop a clear understanding of the identity of the Holy Name. We know this is Krishna. But when we remind ourselves again and again that Krishna is here, he and his name are the same, then the mind quiets down. Chanting becomes personal. This is for you, my Lord. I'm doing this for you. Say it out loud. The more we understand Krishna Tattva, the more our mind wants to stay near him. This gate asks for mental discipline, for sure. but also loving dedication. Discipline and dedication are next door neighbors. Yeah. Then we approach the third gate, we open our feelings. This is the threshold of bhava, the heartfelt emotions. This is where we move from dry repetition to a living relationship. We chant with gratitude, we chant with longing, with remorse, strongest feelings, and we cry in front of the Lord. Whatever is real, whatever is reachable, grab it and offer that real feeling of heart to Krishna. Because Krishna is not bought by eloquence or quantity. He is moved by emotion. Then gate number 4, mercy. Finally, when we reach the last gate, here the devotee stops walking and waits. We've done our part, and we look up and say, my dear Lord, I've come this far. If you so desire, please let me enter. This is not a demand. We're begging now. And we receive it. It's not a sense of entitlement, but with tears of humility and hope. So we may not have love for God, but we can access other love adjacent feelings, gratitude, appreciation, remorse. Everyone is eligible to approach the Lord. Nobody is disqualified. But we make ourselves more receptive by giving everything we have got and deliberately walking through all the 4 gates. Then we wait, because this is where dhairya comes in, patience. We ask ourselves, are we ready to enter this realm of Raja? Remember we talked about this. Do we really want it? How badly do we want it? And now Rupa Goswami tells us that we absolutely need to enter this realm in order for us to take our spiritual progress to its natural conclusion. Love of Sri Krishna in Vrindavan. So verse 7 acknowledged our reality. We're like patients with jaundice. But the chanting cures it. Now we make our way on the final ascent, where we're living in Vrindavan, in the Vrindavan mood. Wherever you are physically, doesn't matter. And you start moving toward Vrindavan until one day you stand at Radhakund. This is the pinnacle, the summit of the mountain, the heart of the treasure. What is Vrindavan? Vrindavan mood means seeing everything in relation to Krishna. Your home becomes your base camp. Your service becomes your offering. And your thoughts become prayers. Radhakund is not just regular, like material water. It's liquid love. Prema, premamrita plavanat. Approach with awe. Approach with humility. You approach Radhakund with longing. Even a mental pilgrimage, barefoot in your heart, can change your life. And here the map has done its job. Gone all up, all the way up. You're no longer just reading directions now. You're standing in the treasure itself. So verse 8, we learned that the goal of life is to use all our time, 24/7, to chant and remember Krishna, engaging our tongue and mind. And that we should live in Vrindavan under the guidance of Brajavasis. How is it possible? We talked about this. We cultivate a spontaneous natural affection, just like the Vraj style. Follow the example of the Vrajavasis. What is their example? They're always asking one question: how can I please Krishna more? Bring the mood and the values of Vrindavan into the heart and home by daily hearing Krishna Leela, Krishna book, Srimad Bhagavatam, Gopi Gita, even a few minutes a day. Chant with that mood of sweetness, begging to be let into Vrindavan, not just chanting for counting or from a sense of obligation, but from a place of love. Have tulsi plants. Listen to classes from those who live in Vrindavan or who cherish Vrindavan deeply. Tune into their vibration. Serve like a gopi or gopa. How? Do everything for Krishna. Will it please Krishna if I cook like this, clean like this, if I preach this way, if I work this way? And strive to go to Vrindavan physically, at least once in your life. And make Krishna the subject of your daydreams. How? Fill your heart with gratitude in Krishna's gifts in our lives, checking in with Krishna throughout the day. Thank you, Krishna, for helping me finish that task. I couldn't have done it without the ability that you gave me. When you daydream, make it your reflex to zone into Krishna. Think of how you can always improve in your service. Focus on the mind and tongue. These are the gateways to your future. Mind and tongue. Chant softly under your breath whenever you can. Think of Krishna. And see every situation as Krishna's hand in our lives. Spiritual lens. That's verse number 8. Then we studied the geography of the spiritual world. We have Vaikuntha, the realm of majesty. Higher than that is Mathura, because the Lord appears there. And higher than that is Vrindavan's forest, because the Lord performed his sweet pastimes like the picnicking and the Rasa Leela. And you go further and zoom in more, you go to Govardhan Hill, the intimate protection. The Lord protects all his devotees. And finally, Radha Kund, the heart of hearts. This is divine love distilled to its purest essence. So we talked about approaching Radha Kund. This is the core of Krishna's heart, overflowing, made visible on this earth. This is the lake that embodies Shri Radhika's perfect and all-consuming love for the Lord. How should our attitude be toward Radha Kund? How should we approach it? Well, first of all, we don't approach it casually, as if it's just another pilgrimage site. No, this is special. This is a rare gift from Radharani herself. In fact, Krishna sees Radha Kund as Radharani herself. So with this in mind, when we go there, take a few drops of Radha Kund and put on your head with all the respect at your command. And if you can't do that physically, do it in your mind. Just think, meditate Radha Kund and just put some water on your head. Mental pilgrimage. Make your mental residence today by starting your japa with the prayer. Oh Srimati Radharani, please let my heart reside near your kunda, learning to love like you do. Let me be your servant, servant, servant. The mood of Manjari, the young little girl maidservants of the gopis of Srimati Radharani. Meditate daily in the center of spiritual power, Radha Kund. It's not the mundane power or wealth or liberation or awe, no. It is intimate love of Krishna. So we go there with our mind, we reside there mentally. We make a humble pilgrimage in our mind, serve in the mood of the Manjaris, and meditate daily. So, looping back to the quantum leap. Way too many climbers, mountaineers, remain forever at the base camp. They're safe, but they never reach the summit. A quantum leap is when you decide, no more maintenance mode, no more lazy survival mode. I'm going for the peak now. That might mean improving your japa, deepening your sadhana, letting go of the bad habit that's been haunting you, stepping up your service, any one of these. Krishna loves a bold climber, someone who takes the initiative to break out of the plateau. So the call to action tonight And at the conclusion of this amazing book, tonight, choose one waypoint wherever you are from today to advance on this week. Write it down. Maybe even tell a close friend and pray daily to Krishna for help. Oh, Krishna, please take me deeper into your service. Let me live these instructions, not tomorrow, not someday, but starting now. Please let me jump to the next level. Only you can make this possible. I will promise to do my absolute best. Please help me make that leap. So that's the quantum leap, the nectar of instruction. Thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank all of you for being part of this 10-session journey together. Many of you joined from all over the world, sometimes at very odd hours, just to participate, to contribute, and absorb the discussions. Many of you shared the word around. Thank you. I'm truly in your debt. I have learned more from all of you than I could possibly have taught all of you. The fact that you all came so consistently gave my own efforts real meaning and purpose. Your deep, thoughtful questions, you made me think harder about the profound nature of this topic. And in turn, made me appreciate each of you even more. This wasn't just a course for me. It was a shared exploration. Every time you all showed up, you brought sincerity, curiosity, and your glowing hearts. And that elevated the entire experience for me. So thank you for inspiring me. Thank you for making this journey very special for me. Hare Krishna. So, yes, if anyone has any comments or anything you want to share, I see Vandana Mataji's hand is up. Go ahead, Vandana Mataji.
So, Prabhuji, thank you so much. I say that with like so much of gratitude that, when you speak, the love that resides and the prem that resides in your heart just overflows to the listeners. And the bhakti and the love that you have for your Hari and Guru is actually such a pleasure to even just listen to you. It flows to the listeners' hearts. You make it so simple. Right from your slides, they're so pleasing to the eyes and they reach your heart. Your recitations of your shlokas, I mean, that dhwani itself reaches the heart of the listener. So, you make it so simple. You took us from the lotus feet of the Lord to Srimati Radharani's charan so simply. I mean, and giving us that sneak peek, at the love for us to know that there is Tokyo. We can go to Tokyo. Now you actually gave us that direction. And I just want to give Dandvat Pranam to the bhakti that you have in you. And just being in your presence and listening to you is, the Lord's biggest gift to us. I think all the listeners, agree with that. And that's why we showed up, Thank you so much. And please, please, please keep giving us this nectar. And the most, I feel so blessed. Thank you to the scientific Zooms and all this that we can actually sit at home. Ghar baithe baithe gyan milta hai. Thank you so much. That's all I have. I have so many questions, but I love to ask them in private to you because I get the humor side of you, which I think here you're a teacher, you're in a Vyas Gaddi, and I don't get. So I'll have lots of questions, but I want to get that humorously because I love to tap on your humor too. But thank you so much. Please keep doing this. And it's a request from, I think, all of us.
Thank you, Vandana Mataji. It's so sweet of you. Many of you may not know Vandana Mataji. She's one of our closest friends from many years ago when we used to live in Long Island, New York. And her son and our son, they kind of grew up together. And it's, our relationship goes back a long way. So thank you for coming. It means a lot. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Gopishwari Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, Dandvat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. I could not have said it as well as Vandana Mataji did. Really, we have so much gratitude and so much love for everything you teach us. It is like going over and beyond every single day. And the hours and hours you have put in to create these slides, we can never repay everything you have done for us. So, I mean, we look forward to the Tuesday evening so much now because we get to hear the nectar of your voice. And you have simplified it so much. You've made it so practical for us to use. We have no excuse now not to follow the nectar of instructions and everything you have been teaching. So you've repeated it for us so many times so that, it sticks in our heads. But I can just go on and on, but just thank you from the, core of my heart. No one would have done this for us the way you have. There is nobody who would teach nectar of instruction. I actually believe it the way you did. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. And if it wasn't for you all, I wouldn't have done this, right? And it kind of pushed me to go deeper. Okay, put a slide, put the verse there. I can do a little more than this. Let me think, what more? How better can I illustrate this point? And then, yeah, exactly. That's what ended up happening. Wait a minute. I think Gopishwari Mataji might ask me this question. Before she asked me this question, I'll just put the answer right. And so, all this is a culmination from the interactions which I've had with all of you. That's what I'm saying. This is not something that just I produced. We all produced it collectively. And now we just churn the milk and then we get the butter. And once the butter is there, then we can offer it, prepare it, because Janmashtami is coming. And Krishna loves butter on Janmashtami. So I think this is a very good preparation for our hearts to then have a clean slate. In a few days, we celebrate Janmashtami and we welcome the Lord in our heart. And then we capture him and he can't go anywhere else. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Shyam Gopal Prabhu. Hare Go. You need to unmute the Prabhu.
There is no question as such today. So just wanted to say thank you for all the preparations. The slides were really amazing. And even going, I actually, I know you can give me those, but I actually took the screenshot and kept it. So it's and also the example which you gave today of the hiking, right? Which is something which in core I like, so that I can relate. So many times when I go on a new hike, 2 times I get lost because people just go up the trail and they make new trails and then you try to say, okay, that also may be a trail and you try to go there. And then you have to come back, means you lose 1 hour, maybe more than half an hour. So you actually lose more than an hour or an hour and a half because you have to come back to the you have to go back again. And you do not have enough because you carry only enough, right? You cannot carry a lot because it will be too much. So then you get a bit scared. So, this is a point where I'm scared, So I have been off track. I came on this track. So not enough time and not enough provisions. So it's now I have to follow the path. So I think it's a good class by you, I think, and that gave us a really very lighted path where we cannot get lost. And thank you for that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Shyam Gopal Prabhu. It's a good analogy, and you're a connoisseur of that. Shyam Gopal Prabhu has a whole collection of these hiking sticks with the pointed stuff, and he has the best hiking boots and everything. Even in the coldest winter, he'll go hiking with his whole family. So yeah, he's a real mountaineer type. Thank you. Yes, so you can really get the analogy. Dharanidhar Krishna Prabhu, Hari Bol, Dana Pranam. Please go ahead. Dharanidhar Krishna Prabhu from San Diego. You have to unmute, and if you can turn the camera, that'll be nice too. Sometimes it's a little hard. It takes some time to get to the unmute button.
Right now here.
Yeah, there you go. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Prabhuji, Hari Bol. We
Yeah.
learned so much from your all the lectures. We never thought this instruction is like this. So thank you so much, and we appreciate that. And we look forward for another lecture from you. We learn a lot from that. We will learn a lot from them too. And so much we appreciate Prabhuji. And hope we see you soon in physical when you come to San Diego, or we come to your place to see, and come to when you open our new temple, come please.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Definitely. We're inviting you now.
I'm really excited because you took me to show us the land and the location and the designs. It's really very impressive. So when
Yeah, we have city with meeting with city in September 23rd.
wonderful, nice.
So we're hoping to please pray for us
Will
so we
do.
can get the approval.
Yes, this is a long time coming. The Escondida project is just, it's been on the books for a very long time. But
25 years.
yeah, these things take a long time, you know.
Yeah.
So but you know, this is called Dairya, right?
There, here you go. Here you go.
Okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Yes, so this brings up the question. We ended this series here today, but if you have any suggestions on another series, or if there's something that some topic or book or chapter that any of you like to cover that you think might be valuable for everyone else, please reach out to me. I think most of you have some way to reach out to me, either my email or on Facebook or phone number or something like the WhatsApp, or you know somebody who knows my contact. So please do share your thoughts. And then if this time works for everyone, I know it's a kind of odd time, but it seems to work for a lot of devotees, in which case then you know, we'll keep doing another, you know, maybe another set, 5, 10, whatever series, if you're interested. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yes, Min, go ahead.
I just wanted to share my appreciation for this great class. You know, I remember asking you some questions about how do I navigate my life in order to just be more closer to Krishna. And I think that a lot of those questions were answered through this class. And it made me realize that you embody so much of the instructions that we've been hearing. And it just occurred to me that that's why, you know, I really value hearing from you and asking you questions. So it's been really nice to see all the qualities that we've been learning from the book in you. So learning from you has been such a joy and such a great thing. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Min, for kind words of encouragement. I pray that they actually become true at some point. Hare Krishna. Yes, Amit Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. I'm very respectful and grateful to you, Prabhuji, for all the lectures that you have given so far. It teaches us like how to do chant, like how to go like on right spiritual path, I would say. And each Tuesday, like your words, like I would say like it is nectar of instruction, right? Like, but to me, like it was like nectar to me itself, actually, like whenever I'm listening to you. And you just don't teach us, like you, I would say like transform us actually, like, so I'm blessed to be in your association, Prabhuji. So, yeah, thanks a lot for everything, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, thank you. And thank you for not just all the seva you do, but how you engage in your whole family. All 4 of you come together so sweetly in Krishna consciousness.
Thank you.
It's really inspiring. Yes. Okay. So yes, I do need to get going. It's 10 o'clock here. But once again, thank you all very much for your kind support and your valuable time. And we will, if there's enough interest, we will set up another session of some other book or something that, yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
There you go. My obeisance. Srila Prabhupada.
Page.
Hare
I just wanted to say
Thank you.
that Prabhuji has another phone call meeting, so he has to step out now.
Yes,
Otherwise,
there's
he
no
would
end. There's no end. There's no rest for the wicked.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. Thank you so much.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So,
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. Thank you so much. Hare Bol.
there you go.